Hello guys, have you ever gotten a weird text message with a link that just looks a little off? Or maybe an email that says you won a prize and you just need to click to claim it? We've all been there. And that one little tap, that seemingly harmless click, could be the key that unlocks your entire digital life to a hacker. It sounds like something out of a movie, right? But it's happening every single day and it's shockingly easy. Today, we're diving deep into the world of one-tap hacks. I'm going to show you exactly how these scams work, what hackers are really after, and most importantly, how you can protect yourself from becoming their next victim. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at a link the same way again. So, what is this so-called one-click attack? Imagine you are scrolling through your social media feed and you see a quiz that promises to tell you which celebrity you look like. You tap on it. The page loads for a second, maybe shows a loading circle, and then nothing happens. Or maybe it redirects you back to your feed. You probably just shrug it off and keep scrolling. But in those few seconds, a lot could have happened behind the scenes. That link you tapped wasn't just a link to a fun quiz. It was a malicious URL carefully crafted by a hacker to execute a script the moment you clicked it. This is the essence of a one-tap hack, a user action that seems innocent, but triggers a devastating chain of events without any further interaction needed. You don't have to enter a password, you don't have to download a file, you just have to tap. And just like that, you've opened the door. Let's break down one of the most common techniques, the phishing link. We've all heard of phishing, but it's gotten so much more sophisticated than those old emails from a Nigerian prince. Today's phishing links are masters of disguise. A hacker might send you a text that looks like it's from your bank, saying there is a problem with your account and you need to log in immediately to fix it. The link in the text will take you to a website that looks identical to your bank's real website. The logo is there, the colors are right, the layout is perfect. This is called URL spoofing, but it's a fake login page. The moment you enter your username and password, you're not logging into your bank. You're handing your credentials directly to the hacker. With that information, they can access your account, drain your funds, and even steal your identity. And it all started with one single, unsuspecting click. But it gets even scarier. What if I told you that sometimes you don't even need to enter any information at all? This is where browser exploits and session stealing come into play. Your browser, whether it's on your phone or your computer, often keeps you logged into websites like your email, social media, and online shopping accounts. This is managed through something called a session cookie, a small piece of data that tells the website, hey, this is a trusted user, let them stay logged in. Hackers can create malicious links that, when clicked, run a script designed to steal these session cookies from your browser. Once they have your session cookie, they can essentially impersonate you on that website. They can read your private messages, post on your behalf, or access personal information stored in your account, all without ever needing your password. This is a form of account hijacking that happens in an instant, and you might not even realize you've been compromised until it's too late. The scary part is that the link could look like anything: a news article, a funny meme, anything that tempts you to tap. Another dangerous method is the instant redirect attack. You click on what you think is a legitimate link, but you're immediately and silently redirected through a series of other websites before landing on the final, seemingly normal page. During those brief redirects, which can happen in less than a second, malicious code can be executed. This code can try to exploit vulnerabilities in your browser or operating system to install malware on your device. This malware could be spyware that logs your keystrokes, capturing everything you type, including passwords and credit card numbers. It could be ransomware that encrypts all your files and demands money to get them back. Or it could be adware that bombards you with pop-ups. This is a full device compromise. The hacker essentially gains control over your phone or computer, turning it into their personal spy tool. And again, it all started with that one risky tap. So how do these malicious links even reach us? Well, they're everywhere. They come through SMS messages, a technique called smishing. They pop up in your direct messages on social media, often sent from a friend's account that has already been hijacked. They're hidden in QR codes you might scan in public. They're embedded in ads on websites you visit. They can even be disguised using URL shorteners like bit.ly, making it impossible to know where the link will actually take you. The hackers are counting on our curiosity and our trust. They know that if a message seems urgent, like a package delivery notification, or exciting, like a limited time offer, we're more likely to click first and think later. This blind tap behavior is exactly what they prey on. They create a sense of urgency or curiosity that overrides our natural caution. Now for the most important part, how do we defend ourselves against these one-click attacks? The number one rule is to stop clicking blindly. Be skeptical of every link you receive, especially if it's unexpected. Before you tap, take a moment to examine the link. First, who sent it? Is it from someone you know? If it's from a friend but the message seems out of character, their account might be compromised. Send them a separate message or call them to verify. If it's from a company like your bank or a delivery service, be extra cautious. These organizations will rarely send you direct links via text message asking you to log in or update your information. Next, look closely at the URL itself. On a computer, you can hover your mouse over the link to see the actual destination address in the bottom corner of your browser. On a phone, you can usually long press the link to see a preview of the full URL without actually opening it. Look for tiny misspellings or weird characters. For example, a hacker might use Amazon with a 0 instead of an O, or CO instead of COM. These are huge red flags. If the URL looks suspicious, don't risk it. It is always safer to go directly to the company's official website by typing the address into your browser yourself or using their official app. Don't let a tap lead to losing everything. Beyond scrutinizing links, there are other crucial security habits to adopt. First, keep your software updated. That means your phone's operating system, your computer's OS, and all your apps, especially your web browser. Developers are constantly releasing patches for security vulnerabilities. By keeping your software up to date, you're closing the doors that hackers try to exploit. Second, use two-factor authentication, or 2FA, on all your important accounts. With 2FA, even if a hacker steals your password, they still won't be able to log in without the second factor, which is usually a code sent to your phone. This one step can be the difference between a close call and a complete account takeover. Also, be very careful about what networks you connect to. Public Wi-Fi, like at a coffee shop or airport, is notoriously insecure. Hackers on the same network can easily intercept your traffic. If you must use public Wi-Fi, use a VPN, a virtual private network. A VPN encrypts all your internet traffic, creating a secure tunnel that makes it much harder for anyone to snoop on your activity or redirect you to malicious sites. Think of it as a personal bodyguard for your data. Recognizing a potential scam is a skill, and it's one we all need to develop. Remember the signs: a sense of urgency, a promise that's too good to be true, unexpected messages with links, and strange-looking URLs. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. It is better to be overly cautious and delete a message than to click and deal with the consequences of a data leak, credential theft, or a full phone takeover. The hidden danger in your phone is real, but knowledge is your best defense. So let's recap the key takeaways. One-tap hacks are real and incredibly dangerous, relying on malicious URLs to trigger attacks like phishing, session stealing, and malware installation. Hackers disguise these links in texts, emails, and social media messages to trick you into clicking. To protect yourself, always be skeptical of unsolicited links. Examine URLs carefully before tapping, and when in doubt, go directly to the official website or app. Keep your software updated, use two-factor authentication everywhere you can, and be cautious on public Wi-Fi. By adopting these simple habits, you can dramatically reduce your risk of falling victim to a tap-to-steal scam. Your digital security is in your hands, or more accurately, in your fingertips. Make sure your next tap is a safe one. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on staying safe in our digital world. Stay vigilant.